Hello, this is a list I am creating, not WWE Superstars, but I couldn't find a better title. Like picture screen, all pictures found on Google, copyright to the owners. But five people I think would be better off in WWE at this moment. This is in my opinion because I know that people are probably going to comment. At least three of that, not three of them, two of them, probably the first slide that you're about to see in a momentarily. Like, no, they should stay. It's just my personal opinion, those two. So, without further ado, let's start the video of superstars that I think would be better outside of WWE at the current moment. So, these are the two you might debate: Jey Uso and Bronson Reed. I have them on this list. Jay more of a personal reason. Bronson because I'm really worried. So the Heat thing I think has gotten a little old. A heel turn would be very, very much appreciated, but this is why I'm putting Jay on the list. Bronson and Braun attacked him at SummerSlam, I believe. Him and Roman, that is. And the big bags were finally taken out of the ring, and Jay just started to yeet. The bell had already rung, which, in my opinion, was stupid to yeet, and then the heels got back in the ring and attacked him again. If you're more concerned about yeeting than the actual match going on, in a kayfabe sense, that is the stupid. That is the stupid. Is the stupid that I just said that. English, proper grammar. But that's just a personal person to round out the top five. I could have made this top three, but Bronson is becoming too much of a pin guy for me. My liking. I know he talked to Triple H about after Survivor Series getting injured, like everything's going to be okay. But I feel like this group, the vision needs of another person that can eat pins that, like a Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate. Because I think Bronson Reed could be Intercontinental United States Champion whenever they want to pull the trigger on that. I'm just afraid that like the more losses he takes to these big superstars like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I don't think he fought John Cena, but like I couldn't see him winning against John Cena. But like, Jey Uso, Jey Uso, CM Punk. Who's the other guy in that? LA Knight. Like I'm afraid about that also, and this might be nitpicking. This last one didn't like Seth Rollins, but he's a big cash in. And I think I said this on one of my autistic person trying to get WWE attention videos. Is I think that Braun, and I know Braun Breaker, by the way, had an injured leg. I think at the point, but I still think he should have speared Punk, like Punk Storm in the corner of his eyes, turned around, spear, Braun hit his tsunami. Punk comes in, cashes in, stomp, the end. But those are my two personal opinions. I think everybody will agree at least the other three uh, somewhat could lead WWE and it'd be okay. I'm talking about a monster. That's right. I'm talking about Jasper Troy. So he goes straight up against Obafemi, has a really good performance, but this is more of a reason that he's above Braun because I can see him going at any point in the release because you built this guy up. Season 1 LFG winner, Jasper Troy, goes straight against Obafemi for the heavyweight title in NXT. He loses a good match, but he just keeps on losing. How am I supposed to invest with? I don't even know what else to say. How do I invest in this guy when he keeps on losing? Uh, so either start really making this guy a monster, as Booker T would say, or even just go away for a little bit and then come back as a monster, as Booker T would say. I just think they fumbled with him so much so early on after LFG in NXT that I could see it happening. But I also think maybe if he was in a different promotion, he would be able to be a monster and destroy everybody. But we're going to go to number two. Speaking of people who don't win anything, yeah, Jordan Grace has won the occasional match here and there, but really, she hasn't won anything that, like, she's lost every title match to Stephanie Vaquer, Roxanne Perez. She lost to Blake Monroe. She lost another match, didn't she? Did she lose to JC Jane? Yeah, she lost to JC Jane too. How many times are you going to get a title match before you just say, hey, listen, that ain't working? Uh, I don't know if this is WWE punishing her for being over in TNA, but I actually had an idea, and WWE's not going with this, to do Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, and JC Jane, the current NXT Women's Champion, in a triple threat where Jordan looks like she has JC beat, and then and you could do this at Halloween Havoc or Homecoming into Halloween Havoc, because I'm doing 2 shows here. Looks like she hasn't won by beating hitting her finisher on, I don't even know what it's called, to be honest. I don't know the name. I know what the move is. JC Jane. So Jordan hits the finisher there. And then Blake takes her out and pins JC. So Blake Monroe would pin JC Jane. And then I would have Jordan beat her at what we can call Halloween Havoc. I don't think it's going to happen. I actually think she'll be on the main roster without a run with a title in NXT, and that worries me more because they don't treat NXT people great on the main roster sometimes. I know that was a Vince thing, but we really haven't had a lot of call-ups in the Triple H era. So the other thing I was thinking for Jordan Grace that might be able to rehab her is a North American women's title run, but that's all up to be seen. And let's go on to number 1, who I hate to be saying it's number 1, but this person's number 1, but damn, I just can't not say it's number 1. Them. Number 1, we're celebrating on the floor. There ain't no stopping us now. We're going to celebrate across every nation. Turn it up and give me some more. So, Bayley is going back to the Hugger character. And I thought immediately when I heard Hugger, I'm like, Izzy Marino is going to be called into WWE and do a thing with Bayley. And I thought that would be more interesting than just going back to the Hugger gimmick, but I just don't see Izzy anywhere near WWE at this point. So I hope that Mercedes Moné is getting beat down and Pamela Rose comes to the save. And I never would say that about anything, but I think this might be the best move for Bayley in the current run. We'll see how this Hugger gimmick returns, but those are just my opinions of some superstars I think could leave WWE and come back as bigger stars. I also think all these would come back. And this is just fantasy booking. Not even fantasy booking, just fantasy talking, I guess. But tell me what you think in the comments and stay nice for disability rights.